The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hey there, welcome into the Missouri Sports Network studio, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented to you today by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Labor's Local 663, Shelter Insurance, the Bank of Billings, Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, and Doak Propane. Certainly glad you have tuned in, and as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. We're going to go once again north, about 160 miles north of the studio to Harrisburg, Missouri, and head basketball coach Kyle Fisher. Coach, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Coach, you guys are 11-3 on the season right now. You know, last year 17-9. Talk about coming into the season, what you had to replace from last season that you lost due to graduation or move out, so to speak, and who's filling those roles.
Yeah, we were fortunate to return really most of our team. We had our 6 leading scorers coming back to this year's team. We lost a couple kids, a couple seniors who did some good things off the bench for us. Really good athletes, good defenders, and really hard workers. And so we had to replace them. But like I said, we had the majority of our scoring coming back. Had Tanner, who's an All-Stater last year, and then 2 other all-conference kids coming back. So we had the majority of our pieces returning from last year's team, and which is, when that happens, you're able to kind of start the year a little further ahead maybe than some other teams, and so we've been fortunate enough to carry that success through most of the year.
Coach, kind of fill us in on who's in your conference and kind of handicap that a little bit, and your class 2 District 7, and maybe enlighten us to some of the conference teams that are a member of that.
Yeah, sure. So our conference is we're in the Lewis and Clark Conference, and there's us plus 8 other teams. Probably the top teams in there this year. Just like last year, us, Salisbury, and Western are kind of the 3 teams who are battling out for the conference title this year, and there's some other quality programs as well. Fayette's always a solid program year in, year out. Scotland County, Knox County, both much improved this year as well. And so, like I said, there's some good teams top to bottom in that conference. And then in our district, it doesn't really get much different. Salisbury and Western are in our district as well, and Fayette, and so is Fayette. And I think right now, and that's along with New Franklin, Slater, and Glasgow. And I think 6 of the 7 teams in our district right now have at least 10 wins and are over 500. So it's a tough district, 1 through 7. There's not an easy out in that thing, and so right now we're trying to build for that and trying to just take it one day at a time and just get better each and every day.
And for the viewers, tuning in here, kind of your background. How long have you been there at Harrisburg, and then where'd you cut your teeth at, go to high school, and how'd you arrive there?
I actually went to high school at Harrisburg, played here and graduated in 2006. I went to college and played basketball at William Jewell. And then whenever I graduated from Jewell, I came back here. 2011 was my first year, and I was an assistant here under Coach Combs for 7 years. And the 2017-18 season was my first full season as a head coach. So this is my, 5th season as the head coach.
All right. Now, I was told to ask you off the air, are the rumors about the IV game, are those true?
Those are true. I'm not sure who put you up to that, but there's a joke around here that anytime we had a big game, I always had to do something to make it a little more dramatic. And so my senior year, we went to the Final Four, and the night before the semifinal game, I decided to get food poisoning and just throwing up everywhere and couldn't keep anything down, and had to go to the ER the night before and get, I think it was 4 IV bags, and played in the semifinal game the next day. And pretty fortunate that the IV bags did the trick enough to let me play the next day. And teammates did a great job picking me up. I wasn't very good that day. My teammates were, and we were able to get to win that one and get to the state title game and win the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you off the air who put me up to that. But right now it's about Chevy There's the Ozarks. Chevy There's the Ozarks. Hey, Chevy, drive new roads. They sponsor our Athlete of the Week, and we've done several of these already this week. But Tanner Lannis, sitting there to your right, I believe it's to your right. I'm turning around here with the camera. But anyway,
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
1,500 career points. Tell us a little bit about Tanner and what makes him special.
You know, he just the things that he's added to his game every year, and just how hard he continues to work are what makes him a great player. You know, he came in as a freshman, and his freshman year we lost our basically top 8 players from the year before, and so him and a couple other freshmen that year were basically starting from day one. And you know, that year Tanner was pretty much just a shooter, and he was a great shooter, but you know, he'll tell you that's about all he could do as a freshman. And we had to do some things to get him the ball in spots where he could shoot, because that's the only way we were going to score that year. And then from then, you know, his sophomore year, he turned into to more of a scorer, you know, guy that could score at all 3 levels. And then last year, I really thought his game, you know, jumped into more of a playmaker. You know, he was a shooter, he was a scorer, and then he developed into a playmaker where he was going to get other guys involved and make other guys better. And then this year, he's just continued to expand on all those facets of his game, but also really become the leader of our team, and the one that the guys follow. And you know, if you look at his numbers, his scoring is maybe a little down from last year, but you know, he's having such a better season overall than even what he had last year as an All-Stater. You know, he's rebounding the ball better. His assists are up. His turnovers are down. His defense has improved tremendously, and he's just doing all the little. You know, not that he didn't do them last year, but he's really doing the little things so well this year. And really doing anything that our team needs him to do to help us win a basketball game. Because yes, he can score, but he can do so many other things as well.
Tanner, hey, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, no problem.
And on behalf of Chevy There's the Ozarks, congratulations. Athlete of the Week. Did you know going into that game that you were close to the 1,500?
No, I had no idea. My dad actually told me a couple weeks ago that Coach texted him and told him I was like 70 points out or something, but he wasn't supposed to tell me that. But no, I had no idea where I was at.
Do you remember the shot that put you over?
No, I don't know. I have no idea what shot it was. Yeah, he didn't tell me anything.
Hey, you could have told me.
Whatever the last shot he made of the games, he needed 15 and he got 16. So whatever the last shot was he made during the game would have been the shot that got him there.
Were you surprised at the end of the game when they came and let you know?
Yeah, but we lost, so I was, you know, at the time I wasn't super excited about it, but you know, just it's cool though. I knew it was coming up, but wish could have done it and win.
Yeah. What Tanner, what do you do to kind of get prepared for a game? Let's say you're going to play your next game, maybe Saturday or whatever. But what are you doing on that game day to kind of get prepared mentally and physically?
Well, you know, if it's a Saturday game, we have shoot around, get a good scout in, get some shots up, and then just eat well, make sure I'm rested, and then we do the same routine before every game. You know, stretch with the team, and then get focused and get ready to play.
Yeah. You know, coming into this season and obviously being a senior, you've played, you know, in this conference and, you know, against a lot of the same teams night in and night out. You know, what would you consider your rivalry games that you look forward to, maybe because there is that friendly rivalry, or maybe it's someone you know is on the other team, or maybe you just play particularly well in that gym or against that team? What are some games you really look forward to coming into the season?
You know, Salisbury is always a fun game. We've all Harrisburg, Salisbury's been a big rivalry for a while. They're always good every year. And last few years we've kind of gone back and forth. And last year they second in state, so it was we beat them early in the year, and then they got second in state. So that threw some salt on the wound a little bit when we lost to them later on.
Yeah. What are parts of your game that you really are comfortable with, and maybe some things, you know, that maybe you need to work on right now? But what are some things you're doing really well right now, you think?
I'd say sharing the ball, getting my teammates involved right now. Definitely getting people open shots and find them when they're hot, and then work on just keeping the same intensity throughout the game and defensive intensity.
Coach, you agree with that?
He's improved in all those areas. That's something that no matter how good a player is, I think they can always work. I mean, any player will tell you they've always got something to work on, and so I think most of the time players will tell you they can always be a little more intense at different parts of the game. But he does a great job of bringing the intensity night in, night out, and like I said, that defensive intensity has really improved from last year as well.
And again, we're visiting with Harris Bulldog head coach Kyle Fisher and Chevy Rivers the Ozarks athlete of the week, Tanner Lannis, scoring his 1,500th point. Tanner, what maybe were some personal goals or team goals that you had coming into this season, and have you met those, or maybe what's still out in front of you?
Last year we lost in the semifinals in districts, so big team goal for us this year is win the district championship, and then hopefully go farther than that. But so right now we don't. That's really our biggest team goal right now. So we haven't met that yet, but I think we're in a good spot right now. Hopefully we can keep building and get better.
All right. Outstanding. Well, Tanner, again, congratulations on behalf of Chevy Rivers of the Ozarks, athlete of the week, and maybe we'll get to visit with you here down the road. You win a district, and we'll get you back on for sure.
Awesome.
Coach, what have you guys got coming up here? You're 11-3, I believe, right now in the season. Looks like you've got a showcase and then back-to-back tournaments, one of which you're hosting.
Yeah, we're actually 12-4 right now. Played 2 nights ago and then played last night, so went back-to-back. And we beat Centralia 2 nights ago and then lost, like Tanner said, lost a close one to a really good Kirksville team last night. So we're 12-4 right now. We've got the 3rd place game in the Macon tournament on Saturday. We play the host school Macon, and then they're really good. That's why we're in this tournament to get played. Good schools, bigger schools. The next week we do host our own tournament. Unfortunately, we had a team drop out late, and so we're actually not getting to play a tournament, but we are going to bring in 2 schools and just play games. Just be 2 regular season games. So we've got Centralia next Thursday night, and then we get Fulton next Saturday at our place. So then we'll finish out the year with Hallsville is kind of another big rival, and then 4 conference games after that, and then hopefully, like Tanner said, get building toward that district title.
You bet. Well, gentlemen, I greatly appreciate you guys being generous with your time, and especially with Tanner having to miss lunch, for this. That's a big step because hey, have a hospitality room. Scoreboard guy will travel. I don't miss meals. For anything.
I got you. Yeah, we've like you said, we got the big invitational, big shootout at our place on February 5th. It's going to be a big hospitality room. So come on, that'll be a good day of basketball. 8 games, a bunch of state-ranked teams, and got some teams coming in from St. Louis, Cardinal Ritter, Bishop DuBourg, Pattonville. That'll be a big one. So,
well, who's hosting that?
We are. Yeah, we're hosting that, and we were supposed to host it last Saturday. The only day it snowed in Missouri all year happened to be on that day. We're supposed to host the shootout, and so we're lucky enough to get it rescheduled for the 5th. But we've got kind of the big matchups that day. Mexico is playing Pattonville. We play Bishop DuBourg. Father Tolton plays Hazelwood Central, and then Blair Oaks and Cardinal Ritter play. So we've also got some smaller school matchups that morning with Higbee and St. Elizabeth, rematch of the Class 1 3rd place game last year. So there'll be a lot of good basketball that day. Should be a fun one.
Well, this may give it away, but I just had Higbee's coach on here just before you, but that may give away the IV question.
Oh, man, I have to get on him for that. Yeah, Coach Burton, he's doing a great job with that Higbee program right now, but he actually graduated from Hallsville about a year ahead of me, so we've known each other for a long time and are pretty good friends. But yeah, he would definitely be familiar with the IV game.
You bet. Well, gentlemen, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope to do this again soon, and maybe we'll see you on the 5th if we can get around and get up there.
All right, thank you guys for the coverage. Appreciate it.
You bet. You're listening to the Missouri Sport and watching the Missouri Sports Network and MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here.